Well, I first I'd heard of Collings when I first, I was living in Tennessee actually, and I'd heard of Collings guitars there and seen guys on TV with them and thought, oh, those look like nice, clean Martin type guitars. And then I've got to play a couple out there that a couple guys had, and I was like, wow, these things kick ass big time. So I was sold on that, and then when I moved here, oh, Collings are made in Dripping Springs. Awesome. So started seeing more of them, of course, here in town. And I got to play some of the really early ones some guys own in town. And they were just fantastic guitars. And so I started hearing some stories about Bill and the whole deal over there. And eventually I went over there to the plant, little factory there. And I recognized a bunch of guys that were working there as guys that come to my gigs a lot. And so, hey, how you doing? Oh, I know. I see you at your gigs, this and that. And so, sort of instant, I had my foot in the door, I guess, that way. So we got to meet everybody and do the tour and all the stuff and talk about guitars. And that was kind of that and the end of that. So then, off and on, and see those guys all the time and hanging out and visit, talk about guitars, talk about how they set them up and what they do for their finishes and all this kind of stuff. I'm just nosy about that kind of thing myself, so I'm always asking them, probably wearing them out about it. And then I would have friends come to town from wherever, Canada or wherever, and I'd bring them out there because I knew they were giving tours. So I'd take 4 or 5 people out there and do a little tour, show them around. They just love it. And one here a few years ago, a friend of mine, his son owns a music store called the House of Banjo in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and they're the Collings dealer for that area up there and probably most of the west of Canada, and they sell a lot of them and stuff, but none of them had been down here on a tour. So the owner's dad, who originated the shop, the House of Banjo, was a fiddle player and guitar player, and so he came down with his wife and 2 other couples and their wives. They come down, they all play. So I took them over there and did the tour, and then through that it was, hey Red, you want to try one of these guitars? Nah, I'm good. I got a Telecaster. I'm all right. We can do anything you want, And I was like, nah, I'm good. And then I saw this one hanging up that they'd been working on. It was neck and body, no guts in it or nothing, but the finish was looked like a tiger. It had all these stripes on it. It was chocolate brown. It's like, whoa, what are you guys doing with that one? Well, that could be yours, On and on. So the fishing started, and wound up doing a bunch of experimental testing guinea pig stuff for their, it's called a City Limits model, which is kind of a less polished sort of a guitar. The one I got has the 2 mini humbuckers on it, and they're just wonderful. And I love the neck one especially. The bridge one, it sounds like a mini humbucker and a Les Paul kind of thing. So I've been working with Jason Lawler, who makes some of their pickups for them, and we've been going around making. He's been making these guinea pig tester pickups that go in the hole that kind of suit a Telecaster sort of sound. So I'm trying to get the ultimate guitar for me would be a Telecaster sound in the bridge and a nice fat big Gibson sound in the neck, a mix of the two. So we're going around and doing a bunch of things, and every month or 2 get together and I whine to them, and they go, okay, well, let's try this, let's try that. And so we've kind of become friends through with that, as well as me being a fan of what they do and how they do everything and run their business.